What's up, you guys? So I get this question a lot, and for many of you guys know, I had a really bad relationship with food before I started my fitness journey. So rewind back to 3 years ago where I was absolutely addicted to eating sugar. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, periodically throughout the day, driving to Wawa just to get a bag of Smarties or Skittles or Sour Patch Kids, or whenever I went grocery shopping at like a Sam's Club or like a Wegmans or some kind of big bulk store, I'd always go down to the candy aisle and they had these nerd ropes. I'd buy a whole box of these nerd ropes. I was seriously obsessed with eating sugar. Oh, by the way, huge Mountain Dew fan too before I started my journey. The day before I set out to make a change for myself, I had the girls that I was working with go to Wawa for me, get Wawa's strawberry milkshake, Skittles, and Sour Patch Kids, and I devoured them within 15 minutes. It was so bad, you guys, to the point that I finally realized that I can't continue to live my life like this. How did I go from having this serious addiction with sugar and a really bad relationship with eating to going down this avenue of only eating healthy foods? I can remember before I started this journey, I, as a kid, never ate vegetables. My parents never made me eat fruits, vegetables, chicken. It was kind of like a free-for-all in my house. Like I could eat whatever I wanted to. So having that and then trying to transition over into eating only healthy foods, I thought was going to be a super big struggle for myself. The shift that I made to eating only healthy foods, vegetables like 6 times a day, chicken and turkey, and something that I would have never imagined me doing. That switch was every single time that along my journey, if I ever looked at anything that didn't serve me in the moment. So for example, when I worked in the emergency room, they would always bring in like pies of pizza and potato chips and soda. So they would bring in all of this food, and I just looked at it in utter disgust while I was on my journey for building up my strong body. So I looked at this food and I'm like, this is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. The smell doesn't even serve me. But what I was doing is I was training my mind at that point to realize how disgusting this food actually is. It by no means does not serve me in the goals that I want to accomplish for myself. And I would stand there while watching everybody eat this food in the break room with my meal, with vegetables, with chicken, with some sauce on top of my chicken and some rice or sweet potatoes. And I'm like, wow, this is so good while I'm eating it. And I felt that energy from this food. I felt a surge of like being on top of the world from eating this healthy food. I would have never imagined this in my life, to have this relationship with this healthy food. So, but what I did is I trained my mind every single time to look at this food that wasn't serving me in utter disgust, right? And then I would look at my healthy food and be like, wow, I was so excited to eat healthy food. Food was a part of me every point of my journey from building up this body that I have built. And where before I lived in scarcity with food, I was afraid to eat food. And when I started to eat 6 to 7 meals a day, I created this better relationship with food, and I was so excited to eat my meals. So guys, what I did is I retrained my brain to look at, you know, sweets and candy, Skittles and Sour Patch Kids as things that just didn't serve me. And I remember that feeling. I remember eating that food before and feeling like crap afterwards. And then I would think about my healthy meals, my vegetables, and I'd be so excited because I felt that energy after eating it. I felt so alive. I felt so good. So what you guys have to do is just retrain your mind. Think about the things that do serve you and know the things that don't serve you, and choose what does serve you. Choose to live with that healthy food. I promise you, it'll take some time, but I know you can do it.